What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. We are officially in August. Battle of Gods drops in less than 2 days. That is so awesome. Worldwide, everybody, at least in the North American hemisphere, of course, Canada and the United States are going to be getting Battle of Gods. And it's just going to be absolutely phenomenal to see. I cannot wait to go see the film. I've seen some TV spots. I've seen trailers. It looks beautiful, of course. Now, aside from that, guys, I mean, for those of you out there that are going to be starting school really soon, college and whatnot, high school, I really wish you guys the best. Enjoy the final moments of your summer because it's going to be something you guys want to cherish, because the next time you get to cherish something like that will be next year. And I don't think you guys want to wait that long. So, one more thing, everybody. I officially announced on my Facebook page that I have released my official merchandise, guys. I officially have been opening up and just producing some awesome stuff, guys. So if you want to buy some products, if you guys want to see some awesome things, go on ahead and check out unrealshops.spreadshirt.com. The link will be in the description below, guys, in case you guys are interested. Some pretty cool stuff. And once again, for those of you out there that haven't already done so, please go on ahead and subscribe to my second channel at UnrealEnt Network. On there, you're going to find a whole bunch of stuff that you guys will not find here, of course. Now, I am really anticipating your questions, of course, because just so many things have been going on. I mean, from movies to Comic-Con to new Dragon Ball Z movies to just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, winter's rolling on in, and we're gonna be getting Far Cry 4 and Destiny and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be amazing. So let's kick it off, everybody, with our first question of the week, and it is from Mr. Game Time X. Hey Alex, it's David here again, and I just have to say a few things before we start. All right, and that's that you helped bring back Dragon Ball Z and put it back on the map. When Battle of Gods was rumored, you made sure the world heard about it, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have another Dragon Ball Z movie in 2015. You know, that really means so much to me, because that is exactly why I came on here, is to help create more and bring back a series that I truly love. Thank you, so David. That really means a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna take full credit at all, because you guys made it happen. It wasn't just me. I just told you guys to spread the video so we can get the information out, and we did. And the whole world has been buzzing. So thank you, man. Now, question time. All right, let's go. Question number 1. Do you think that Beerus and Whis ever knew or found out about the previous enemies the Z Fighters fought after Frieza? That's a good question. Question 2. What are your thoughts on Evil Dead 2? I don't think it will be good as the first one, but then again, I think it will have more gore. Your thoughts? Question 3. Beerus versus full-powered Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. Who would win? Quell asked. Question. Do you think Resident Evil 7 can redeem itself, or will it be the end of Resident Evil forever? Anyways, Mr. David, thank you for the questions. Wow. To answer your first question, I do believe that Beerus and Whis did know about the previous fighters after Frieza. They had to have had. If Whis already knew about the destruction of Frieza, why wouldn't he even know about Cell, about Kid Buu, about, you know, uncanon characters like Broly and Bojack and Super 13 and Cooler and Haruta God and Janemba, you know what I mean? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gogeta, Vegito. I mean, you're telling me that these characters, these beings could not have detected everybody else, but they detected Frieza's demise, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's impossible. I do believe that at least Whis knew about it. Probably not Beerus. Beerus probably just, I mean, he was sleeping at the time, remember, like, during this whole entire ordeal, Beerus has been sleeping. He doesn't know shit. Alright, Whis, on the other hand, Whis knows everything. Whis probably just sat there like, wow. Because remember, guys, if Majin Buu's power level can be felt in other dimensions and other, you know, vast distances of galaxies, then I'm pretty sure that Whis was able to pick up, you know, somebody like Vegito's power, or Janemba, or Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or Ultimate Gohan, you know, like, that just goes to show that if we only knew about Frieza and Goku, and there were other beings out there prior to that, like Majin Buu, who existed, I'm pretty sure he knows about that. So to answer your question, I would have to say yes, without a doubt, because these beings can't be gods and be relevant without knowing what's going on. So especially with having all these things happen, it's just they had to have had known. So to answer your second question, my thoughts on Evil Dead 2. Now, Evil Dead 1 was amazing. Anybody who saw that remake can tell you. Of course, there are some people that, you know, don't like the remake for whatever reason. I really do think it was really good. You know, the showcasing of the necromorphs and what, it was amazing, of course. Now, Evil Dead 2, I do believe it's probably going to drop around 2016, 2017, give or take. Of course, it's not going to drop next year, perhaps, because if it had, we would have heard about it by now. But my thoughts are the film is definitely going to be a sequel, and I'm really curious to see what happens next. The cabin was on fire. The main character lost her arm. It was like a whole bunch of shit that went down. So the movie was phenomenal. I'm expecting more gore. I'm expecting more zombies, more violence, more demons, more stuff like that, because the film did tell a very intricate story. It made me not want to ever go into a cabin in the woods, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, definitely for Evil Dead 2, I would recommend it, because and for those of you out there who haven't seen the first film, please go on ahead and watch Evil Dead, the remake of 2013. Please do, and just pay attention. You'll actually like the story. Now, as it pertains to anything else, I can't really say what's going on because we don't know the cast, we don't know the story, but I'm pretty sure that it has the potential to be better than the first one. I mean, why wouldn't it? So, to answer your third question, Beerus versus full-powered Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. Good fight, actually, but like I said, Beerus would take this because Beerus' power level exceeds anything any mortal being can feel. Vegito, on the other hand, Vegito would lose in a Super Saiyan 1 and 2 form. As a Super Saiyan 3, he might be able to put up a fight, at least if Beerus holds up to 80%. But if Beerus goes up to 110% of his power, exceeding that of anything else, he would crush Vegito. There's no chance. Now, I know some of you guys might be saying, well, you know, Vegito at that level is pretty much invincible. His power level, it will just, you know, draw from his life force, and he's pretty much untouchable. Yes, but remember, guys, Beerus is a god. He's a god that has godlike chi that cannot be felt by any mere mortal. I mean, King Kai made that perfectly clear. I mean, like I said, Battle of Gods comes out in like 2-3 days, so just go and watch the movie and find out for yourself. You know, like, this dude is, Beerus is no joke, man. Just because he's purple and he looks like a cat rabbit, you know, like, don't take him for granted. He's a very formidable foe. Going up against Vegito at that level, man, I don't know. I would have to say Beerus, just because Beerus fucks around too much. But if he takes the fight serious, as he did a little bit with Goku, because he didn't really care that much, he would crush Vegito. So I would have to say Beerus, man. And to answer your last question, Resident Evil 7 needs to redeem itself. I mean, can it? I don't know. I've been hearing rumors that Alice from the movie might make her way into the game, and if that's the case, guys, I don't know if let me know in the comment section below if that's true or not. But if that's true, then the game is going to suck. The game is going to be horrible, because why are you going to incorporate Alice into a Resident Evil 7? I mean, they're not going back to survival horror. I mean, the producer and director and the creator of The Evil Within, Shinji Mikami, he was originally the Resident Evil, you know, producer and whatnot. He created Resident Evil. He helped, you know, with the establishment and whatnot. And after he left, and the reason why he left is because he knew that Resident Evil was going down a path of darkness, and he didn't want to be a part of that. So he made The Evil Within. Now, Resident Evil 7, if it fails, and I will give it one last chance, if Resident Evil 7 fails, it is going to be the end of the franchise. It's so sad to say, because I grew up on Resident Evil, and I wouldn't want it to die. But I mean, damn, if this is the direction that Capcom wants to go out before getting bankrupt and probably bought out, if this is their path and direction, then I will forever quit playing Resident Evil. I mean, I'll play the old games, but the newer games, Resident Evil 7 would be the last one for me. I swear to God it would, because this is just, it's getting ridiculous. Every game wants to compete with Call of Duty. Every game right now wants to be like their predecessor. But of course, look at Battlefield. It's starting to become the next Call of Duty. The only game that I feel is different is GTA. And GTA broke every fucking record. GTA broke movie records. GTA 5 remains as the top selling product ever. This thing shattered everything. So if you want to make that kind of an impact, be different. Be different. Be different. If you're not different, you're not going to make an impact. Like Dragon Ball Z is different. Evil Dead, different. You know, Resident Evil, different. Call of Duty, different. You know, Yu Yu Hakusho, different. Pokemon, different. Digimon, different. You know, skinny jeans, different. Regular jeans, different. Transformers, different. Avengers, different. Everything is different. Be different. Stay different. Don't try to be the same as everybody else, man, because you're only gonna flop. I mean, it's never gonna work out. So if Resident Evil 7 can't redeem itself at the 7th installment, then it will never redeem itself. So once again, Mr. David, thank you for the questions. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and remember Dragon Ball Z this weekend, so you might not want to miss that. So thank you for the questions, my friend. And now, once again, moving on to the next question, which is from a very familiar face, and it is from...
What's going on, Alex? You know me as 3Man, of course, aka Paintball Falcon Brandon, and it has been a quick and, to me, short year so far because everything's been happening so fast. But I got some questions for this week, and let me go ahead and start with the first one here. When you have your fame and your money, like your fame for wrestling, and they start paying you a lot, and you have all the money you could ever want, what exactly will you do with that opportunity? Will you be out for yourself, or will you be trying to do things with us, or like whatever it is you have planned? What do you exactly want to do with that opportunity? My second question, what are your thoughts on Michael Bay making a horror movie? Because everybody knows he's all about action movies, explosions, and making things go boom, basically, making things blow up. So, you know, what are your thoughts on him making like a horror movie? And how do you think that's going to be for him? My third question, what do you think about us restarting clan battles? Like, do you believe we can actually go somewhere with it? Do you think it'll be a bad idea? Do you think we'll just be just completely randomly doing things out of the ordinary, just not in sync whatsoever, or something like that? My next question, what do you think about the world today? And what I mean is, to me, it seems like it's in a chaotic and miserable era. Like no one has money, people losing jobs, people aren't like, there's this like to me there's like nothing happening, and it just seems like everything in the world today is just always something bad happening. It's never anything, oh, we invented this that'll help, you know, solve this problem. Like, what do you think about the world today in that aspect, I guess? My fifth question is, how do you think Destiny's online will compare to Halo 5's online? Because as I've seen, Destiny's online looks amazing. There's lots of things you can do that they've added to, you know, something we've never seen before. And comparing that to Halo 5, even though they haven't shown much of it, how do you think it'll compare to it? And my last question is, what do you expect to see out of the next Dragon Ball Z movie? Do you think there should be a new character involved? There should be a new god? There should be, like, they should give Vegeta more airtime? They should give Gohan or someone, or Trunks or something, more airtime, or anything like that, or Goten? And basically that'll be all my questions for the week. Thanks for answering them, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.
Once again, everybody, for those of you out there who don't know who that was my good friend, 3Man Broadcast. You can go on ahead and check them out, guys. They produce some really funny stuff, some really awesome content, especially if you guys are, you know, Titanfall fans, if you guys are Naruto fans, if you guys are Attack on Titan fans. They actually come out with some pretty good stuff, so I think you guys ought to go on ahead and check them out. And the fact that I'm featured on their videos and we do some debates and whatnot, so I think you ought to check them out. So, to answer your first question, if I acquire the fame and fortune that I guess you could say comes along the lines of WWE and professional wrestling, I have a lot of goals and dreams and ambitions and whatnot. Now, number one, what I do want to say and point out that, let's say, for example, I'm a millionaire or I'm a billionaire, which will probably never happen, but let's say I acquire and I have a lot of money. I'm not going to be the type of person that wants to get like 7 cars or like 3 houses and stuff, you know. Like I would settle down with 1 house, 2 cars, and that's it, you know. Of course, I'm going to take care of myself and make sure that I'm financially stable, that I'm not, you know, putting myself in a situation where I'm going to be struggling later on, because I struggled my entire life, especially living in the area that I'm living in now. But I do want to actually go on ahead and open up businesses and just do things for my community. For example, I always wanted to open up a gym. I've always wanted to open up a studio for gaming. I want to be able to sit there and produce stuff and create content, just like Rooster Teeth does, just like Machinima and whatnot. So being able to have my friends and my family and whoever else is willing to come along and just sit there and produce some great stuff, you know, create games, create content, create animation and stuff like that, perhaps work on, you know, mangas and all that kind of good stuff, you know, like that's something that I've always wanted to do. And for me, that's always been a dream, is to open up like a gaming studio, or a studio in and of itself, where we create some of the futuristic things that the future needs in order for it to be the way it is. And just the fact that today, nowadays, you know, looking back on it, back when we were all born in the 90s and some of us in the 80s, we see those times as being the golden days, because that's when everything was at its peak. And now, of course, we have, you know, things that are just out of touch, out of order, in a sense. You know, certain things just don't make sense. A lot of things are just rehashed and just, you know, copying off of, you know, other things. So for me, I've always wanted to do those things, along with go back and help my area in Brooklyn and Ridgewood and Queens and Glendale and stuff like that. Like, go back to my neighborhoods and just go, like, create outreach programs, create things that would help the kids, that would help people, because a lot of people in my area are just so closed-minded, and they're so out of touch with society. They just do drugs, they just, you know, formally create gangs and just do all sorts of wrong things. You know, I've seen a lot of people that have been getting into the wrong things, and, you know, nothing's more of a failure in life than having to waste your own talent. So that would be something I would do, is definitely give back to the people that gave me. So to answer your second question, Michael Bay's horror movie concept. Now, I don't understand why so many people want to backfist and just like shit all over Michael Bay. Listen, Michael Bay is an action director. Yes, he loves action. He's openly admitted that he's a huge fan of action. If Michael Bay were to direct movies in the 90s and in the 80s, his movies would win Golden Globes. The guy would be the greatest freaking director of all time, because of the shit that he does, and the fact that in the 90s and 80s, you know, action movies were at its peak. You know, like, it was just incredible back in the day. Now, of course, if he's going to create a horror film, we don't know what it's going to be based on. The only horror film that I'm looking forward to right now is Annabelle. For those of you out there that watched The Conjuring, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on Annabelle. But that's something that I want to see personally. Now, Michael Bay directing a horror film. Now, he is scheduled to work on Friday the 13th in 2015 or 2016 or whatnot. And it's supposed to be a found footage film. So he is going to be directing that. Now, of course, he did the previous Friday the 13th film in 2009. And it didn't really have explosions and action and stuff like that. It was, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, well, it was strictly a survival horror film where it was just like, oh my god, it was dark, it was gritty. No. But of course, it did introduce that aspect. But by Michael Bay introducing a horror film, I don't think it's going to be as bad as people say, because people tend to, you know, shit all over his ideas because he just likes to incorporate explosions, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's his vision. He has the money. He's a world, you know, renowned director and whatnot. He has the capabilities. So, for me personally, it's just like, if Michael Bay wants to do it, go on ahead and do it. I mean, who's anybody to say that, oh, you can't do that? But, is the movie going to be shit? Probably not. I mean, I'm willing to sit there and give him a chance. I did not go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I can't really give my opinion on that. But from what I've been hearing, it's more or less, you know, 50-50 in a sense. I've heard a lot of people talk good about it. I heard a lot of people talk bad about it. So in terms of him creating a horror movie, I'm willing to give it a chance, just because I'm a huge fan of horror. And I want to see in which direction he plans on going with the film. So To answer your third question, resetting clan matches on GameBattles.com. For those of you out there that don't know, I established and I made my own clan many years ago in 2008 called TGA, Team Genocidal Assassins, and from there, guys, we did clan matches on every kind of game you can think of, and we're thinking about bringing it back. So here's the thing. What are my thoughts on that? Well, we are going to bring it back. We're going to reset our little clan, and we're going to go back and do Game Battles clan matches, of course. Now, for anybody out there wondering what exactly we're going to be doing, I feel like we're going to be doing Destiny, Titanfall, you know, Dragon Ball Z for me, WWE 2K15, The Crew, whatever game comes to mind. I mean, we're going to be doing that. And most likely than not, we're going to be doing it on the Xbox One. So, yeah, I mean, I think that our coordination is a little off just because it's been many years since. But I do think since we all matured, I do believe that we would be able to put up more of a fight than before, because before we were just so out of order with each other that we didn't know what was what or how to handle certain situations. But now that we're older, I feel like we're able to just combat that a little better. Now, of course, in terms of skill, I'm pretty sure we're all rusty. We haven't been playing competitively for years now, but I feel like if we get back into track with being able to play competitively, I feel like we're going to be able to meet the demands, I guess you could say, for other clan matches. But if anybody has a clan out there and you're willing to battle, I mean, this winter, I'm ready to go to war if anybody else is. So I feel like it's a good thing, because bringing back the old clan matches and whatnot, I think it's going to be awesome. So definitely my thoughts on that are going to be surrounded with just joy and excitement, because I really want to see how exactly we're going to go about this. So, to answer your fourth question, thoughts on the world today. All right, well, listen, man, you're struggling, I'm struggling. A lot of people see it as, oh, well, you're so popular on YouTube, you must have a lot of money. Absolutely not. You know, I feel like that's just a scapegoat. There's only a small percentage of people that can make a living off of here or anything else. And guys, face it, in today's day and age, it's a lot easier and faster to make money online through social networking, through, you know, outlets like YouTube or Google, or, you know, starting up a vlog channel, or just doing other things on, you know, various different things like Dailymotion or, you know, Tumblr or whatever the case. You know, people find ways to market online, and that's the world that we live in today. That's just going to be the way it is for many years from now. So in terms of not being able to have money, of course not. The dollar is being diminished. I mean, things are just happening in this world today for a reason. No matter how much they raise the minimum wage, you know, everything is going to be more expensive as it comes. You know, gas prices. How many of you guys out there have cars? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Shit that fucking revolves around having a vehicle is difficult enough. Having to have high-ass gas prices. I know that because my car, fucking, it takes a lot of money to fucking fill my car up. You know what I mean? Like, what, $30 and whatnot? $40? It's a lot of fucking money for gas, man. You know, it's not like back in the day when everything was so cheap and whatnot. People are losing jobs because jobs nowadays aren't bringing in the customers. Consumers aren't, you know, having enough money to go on ahead and consume. You know, it's just, the world we live in today is all just politics. Everybody politics their way through, whether it be, you know, any aspect of a business. People politic their way in, people politic their way out. People lose money, lose jobs. Right now, I'm working 2 jobs. For those of you out there that don't know, and by the way, guys, I don't work at GameStop anymore. I left. That was not going to be able to cover my bills for me, so I left GameStop. I went back to my old job. I went back to the bank, which is horrible enough, but it is what it is. It's still money, so I have that job, and plus I do a little bit of delivery service here and there on weekends. So I have 2 jobs, guys. You know, I have a delivery service, which is way better than the bank job, but the delivery service is a lot, you know, fluctuating for me because it's on a weekend, and that's why, you know, I spend a lot of my time. But it is what it is. I mean, I feel like sometimes in order to succeed, you have to struggle. And for those of you out there that are struggling right now, please don't give up on yourself, because if you give up on yourself, you're just going to be giving up on everything that you personally work hard for. Because I am nowhere near the success that I want to be at, especially the level in which I want to be towards, you know. But, you know, in order to succeed in life, you have to fail. And I've failed many times, and I accept that. So the world today is so chaotic because when people fail, they choose not to, push forward and learn from that failure. And the way the governments are set up, the way the system is set up, I'm not using that as a scapegoat, but it's true. Things nowadays, I mean, it's not going to get any better, guys. I mean, movie ticket prices go up, video game prices go up, gas prices go up, furniture prices go up, everything's going up. And these companies are just so money hungry, and I understand, because if you guys were corporate directors, all you would care about is money as well. But I mean, in the world that we live in today, if this continues, we're doomed. We're really doomed, because people are starting to lose hope. People are starting to lose faith, and no matter how much you work, sometimes it just doesn't cut it. So if things don't get fixed soon, I mean, we're really gonna be heading towards dark times. So. To answer your fifth question, Destiny versus Halo 5 online. We can't really say that because Halo 5 has yet to be released. Now, of course, I have a lot of faith in Halo 5, unlike you, which in case you don't like Halo 5. But it is what it is. You're not willing to give it a chance, Brandon, fine. Destiny is going to be a great game. Halo 5 is going to be a great game. Now, honestly, I am looking forward towards Halo 5 more than Destiny, just because I am just so excited to see what Halo 5 is going to bring to the table. Now, is it going to be like Halo 4? We don't know. Is it going to be like Halo Reach, Halo 3? We don't know. Now, of course, Destiny is going to be a great game. Destiny is going to have competition. Destiny is going to be going up against Call of Duty as opposed to next year. Halo 5 is going to be going up against Call of Duty, of course. This year, they're going to be going up against Battlefield as well. Just like next year, they're going to be going against Battlefield as well. So, for me personally, I'm not going to say anything else other than wait and see. That is it. And to answer your final question, the new Dragon Ball Z movie, yes, introduce new characters is what I want to fucking see. The movie is a continuation off Battle of Gods now. I mean, the fact that he said that it's going to be utterly funny, it just kind of concerns me, because I as much as I would want to see a funny Dragon Ball Z movie, I really want to see a serious-ass fucking movie. I want to see Beerus. I want to see Whis. I want to see Gogeta come back. I want to see a whole bunch of stuff. Now, he's working on new characters. He says that, oh, now that I don't have to draw anymore, I'm worrying about dialogue and stuff like that. Now, it's cool and all, but, I mean, for me, in an aspect in which I am a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, I am going to be looking forward to it without a doubt. So, in terms of that, what I'm looking forward to seeing is a new god, and possibly a fusion. Either Vegito or Gogeta. So that is just what I'm looking forward to. And honestly, as a fan, I couldn't have been more excited about it, because when that movie drops, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be way better than fucking Battle of Gods. So, but anyways, Mr. 3-Man Broadcast, thank you for the questions, my friend. And for those of you out there who don't know who he is, subscribe to their channel, guys. You guys are going to love it. So once again, Brandon, go to hell, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. So thank you for the questions, man. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Mr. Pena. Alex, must read. I have a question for you. All right, what's your question? My question is, what's wrong with today's society? We put each other down much more often than bringing each other up. It saddens me a lot. All I ever wanted was to give back to my parents and have them never worry about anything again. I've been chasing my dream to be a professional soccer player for 12 years now. That's dedication right there, man. And many people don't want me to succeed. That's very crucial. I'm gonna get into that right now. They would love to watch me fail miserably. They would bully me and make fun of me, saying I will never be anything in the world. It got to a point where I was about to really start hanging myself. My father stopped me. It was at my lowest that I've ever been. A couple of days later, I found you. I started watching your videos, and they made me smile. You've helped me a lot. And where I've never even met you. I don't even know where I would be if I had not found you. You have helped me a lot, so much, and you've inspired me to keep chasing my dream. I'm actually crying as I'm typing this to you. Oh man, don't be, please. You are a great person, Alex. You are a great inspiration. I hope all of your dreams come true, and I wish you the best of your luck in your life, my friend / savior. Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a savior whatsoever. I just feel like helping people is a good thing. Well, to answer your question, why is there so many wrong things, horrible things going on in society? Listen, each person that's watching this, right? For every single one of you watching this, listen to this very carefully. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a male or a female. I don't care if you're rich or you're poor. I don't care if you're successful or if you're a failure, quote unquote. There are always going to be people out there that are going to hate on you, that are going to want you to fail miserably. Trust me, I've seen it for myself. The old saying, you know, a wolf in sheep's clothing. For you to pursue a career in being a professional soccer player, do it. Keep doing it. That right there, having people doubt you and having people laugh at you and having people point the finger and saying you're never going to be anything, you should use that and feed off of that. Like, for me, whenever somebody says something about me, I would take that and I would ask you to give me more. Keep on talking bad about me. Keep on giving me a reason to push myself even harder, so that way when I do reach that plateau, I'm going to be the one pointing the finger at you and saying, haha, I told you so. Now, you've been doing it for 12 years, man. That's incredible. Keep doing it. Of course, always try to ask for constructive criticism from your friends, from other people, just to see where you stand, because as good as you think you may be or as horrible as you think you may be, you should use that. You should use that lineage to perfect yourself to being the best player you can actually be, and then one day, you know, perhaps making it to the big time leagues. I mean, of course, there are lots and lots of people. There are thousands and millions of people that want to be professional soccer players, football players, boxers, wrestlers, artists, rappers, game designers, executives. There are a lot of people that want to do many things, but the only person that controls your destiny is you. You know, a lot of people are going to want you to fail. That's fine. That comes with the game. You can't allow these people to overcome your judgment. Of course, you were at your lowest point. You wanted to hang yourself, and thank God for your father, because if it wasn't for him, you would have ended your own life for something so small as if somebody was just saying you're gonna fail. No, my friend, you should never even, that right there should never even cross your path or your mind, because as a person, I feel like you should just keep on striving to be the absolute best you could possibly be. And like I said, just giving up on yourself like that is never a good thing, and I'm really glad that you actually stopped yourself from doing that. Now, it really means a lot to me that you look at me as a person that helped you, and that really means a lot to me, because that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is because I've noticed a lot of these quote-unquote big famous YouTubers or people, they're really out for themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, guys, there's nothing wrong with looking after yourself, because a lot of people might say, oh, you're just selfish. Well, that gives a lot of people reasons for them to just, you know, become leeches and feed off of you. It's like you don't owe anybody anything except for the people that helped you, you know, get to where you need to be, of course. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking after yourself. You always come first. As an individual, you always come first. Remember that. Does that mean you have to be greedy and selfish? No, but remember, your health, your future always comes before anything else. Now, in terms of, you know, having to have people say you're never going to become nothing, those are the same people that aren't anything to begin with. You know, I'm chasing my dream, and I have many dreams. All right, my number one ambition dream is to become a professional wrestler, and I want to be working for the WWE. I want to be the face of the company, I guess you could say, and it's a long journey, man. It's over the horizon, and I'm gonna have to sink or swim with the sharks. But I'm never once going to sit there and say, I don't have what it takes. Yeah, sometimes I do sit there and I question my ability. I question my judgment. I question where I am. And I may doubt myself a little bit. But then it gives me a reason to pull back up every single time I have someone laugh at me and say, oh, well, good luck with that. Or perhaps maybe, oh, that's cool or something. Or just, oh, this guy ain't going to be shit. You know what I mean? So for anybody out there watching this, if there is somebody out there that is laughing at you, that is criticizing you, good. If someone is hating on you, that's good, because you have something to give them a reason to hate on you for. Of course, they're jealous. They don't want to see you succeed because they see the potential. The greatest failure is having wasted talent. If any one of you guys know that you have talent and you're not utilizing it, you're becoming the failure that these people want you to become. And like I said, man, doing professional soccer for 12 years, that's incredible. I know for a fact that I would not be able to match up to that kind of a caliber, because soccer is just a very hard profession in and of itself. But like I said, man, just I understand that you want to give your parents, you know, a reason to love you and to just give them everything that they don't have to worry ever again. I want the same thing for my mom. But that's the thing. It's like, continue to chase your dream, but don't be comfortable in your zone. You know, push yourself to the point where you know you're that bad that you want to become great. Now, our society today, there's a lot of marginalization. There's a lot of labels being placed. Oh, if this person's doing it, then it's okay for everybody else to do it. You know, if, you know, people follow the trends nowadays. Nobody's, you know, trying to be different. Nobody's trying to be unique. If they see a celebrity do it, they want to do it. If they see, you know, everybody else is doing it, they'll follow the crowd, man. Society today has become money hungry, bloodlustful, just greedy, selfish people. And, you know, I'm not saying everybody, because there are people out there that are just genuine people, that are just very humble and very kind and generous and selfless. But don't turn into the norm. Do not turn into the average person who just, you know, craves money and craves envy and pride and whatnot. You know, strive away from that, and I guarantee you're going to be on a plateau that you're truly going to admire yourself, or you're going to be like, you know what, this is why I pushed myself, and this is why I trained my ass off to be relatively where I want to be. So I just really wish you the best, man. Don't ever stop. I don't care how old or how young you are. Do not stop, because if you stop, you're just going to let yourself down. So, and I do have a feeling that you're going to become a professional soccer player, and you're going to be where you want to be. So as long as you just move away from your comfort zone and you just push yourself beyond your very limits. And that's the only way I can see you just becoming the one thing that these naysayers are going to look at and say, wow, we were wrong. So, but thank you for the questions, my friend, and it really means a lot. And by the way, I really hope you go on ahead and see that new Dragon Ball Z movie, because I don't know if you're a DBZ fan or not, but I got my damn tickets and I'm ready. So once again, my friend, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a great day. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Naps. Alex, you are the best, and your second channel scares the piss out of me. Why does it scare you, man? It's probably because of the Forest and Outlast and whatnot, so I can imagine those games or something. It's amazing. Anyways, I just have one simple question for you. What are you doing for New Year's 2015, and thoughts on WWE 2K15 for Goku? All right, well, to answer your first question, what am I doing for New Year's 2015? Good question. For those of you out there who haven't seen my New Year's 2014 video, it was awesome. I really wish that my friend Paul was there. I really wish that several other people were there, but nonetheless, it was still awesome. Now, for New Year's 2015, I'm not entirely too sure. I really do want to go see the ball drop in Times Square, but then again, so many people, and you'll never know what's gonna happen. So too crowded, too gritty, but I do want to see that go down. But if not, I'm definitely gonna bring everybody to my house, and we're gonna have the biggest party ever. I mean, literally, last year, well, I should say 2014, 2014's New Year's, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We drank, we did all sorts of things, throw confetti out the window, push-ups, beat each other up, Dragon Ball Z, you guys name it, we did it. So for this year's 2015 New Year's Eve party, I'm just going to bring my friend Paul, Sean, Aaron, Alex, my friend Justin, Stefan, Omar, my friend Hector. I'm going to bring anybody else who wants to come along, and we're definitely not just going to stay in the house. We're just going to be everywhere and doing everything. So I just really hope that we don't get locked up and just go to jail for it. But then again, my friend Hector's a cop, so we got the ins and outs of that one. So I can Kamehameha somebody in the street and I won't get in trouble. Well, not really, but you guys get the drift. So for New Year's 2015, I'm most likely going to be in my house, or at least around my area, whereas opposed to I'm just going to go to Times Square. I mean, I really want to go to Times Square and see the ball drop and just kiss a whole bunch of girls, but it is what it is. Sometimes you can't just do that, but as of right now, I would have to say that it's party in my casa, or at least anybody else's casa. If anybody else wants to tag along and we can just run around the streets, I don't care, as long as we're having fun. And WWE 2K15 Sting is finally going to be in the game. I am so fucking excited, because that's something I've been looking forward to for so long. So 2K15 is going to be great. 2K15 is going to showcase so much, and I really can't wait to play as Bray Wyatt. Actually, it's one of the characters that I really wanted to play as, along with several other things and characters and whatnot. So for me, I'm just really excited. The game is finally coming out for next gen. I think the game is going to be great. I feel like it's going to offer up a lot of new things. I'm just really hoping that online is more active than ever before, because WWE games sometimes online, the online integration system is not really as active as you would think. I do want to participate in any sort of battle that anybody else wants to challenge me in. So if you're going to be getting 2K15 for the Xbox One, and I will be getting it for the Xbox One, if anybody wants to go to war, I'm down to go to war. So if you got the game, let's just go on ahead and do it. So anyways, Mr. Napnaps, thank you for the question. I really hope you have a great day, my friend, and thank you all for watching, everybody. As always, my name is UnrealEntGaming. Stay tuned for the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods English review. I will be bringing that to you guys in a couple of days. I'm gonna go see the film on Tuesday, and it's just gonna be absolutely phenomenal. So also, guys, once again, be sure to check out Unreal Shops at unrealshops.spreadshirt.com if you guys want to purchase some Unreal merchandise, which is pretty cool because I have some Spirit Bomb t-shirts, I have some Goku t-shirts, I have some zombie t-shirts, cups, and whatnot, so a whole bunch of great stuff. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Check out my second channel, guys. Apparently one person's scared because I posted up the forest, in which case more forest is coming. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Once again, I am hungry. I'm craving for some from Taco Bell. I'm thinking probably a nacho burrito. I haven't had one of those in a long time, but I have to stick by my diet, damn it. You know what? It's cheat day today. Fuck that. I'm just going to go off and just eat a whole bunch of junk food and get back onto routine tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, everybody. God bless each and every single one of you guys. Hit the video up with a like and a favor. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Submit your questions for next week's episode, or this week. I might be doing another episode, perhaps maybe in a couple of days. You never know. Just make sure you guys send your questions before time. So thank you all for watching, everybody, once again. And I'll be seeing you all later for Goku, apparently. Peace!